Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany, your friendly plant loving internet stranger, back with another video. Today I have a friend with me. This is alocasia sumo. I featured this plant before on a haul video I had, I think a couple of years ago. I've had this plant for about 2 years now. The leaves are bigger than my head, but I'm so happy to be sharing this great update with all of you because we got some new family members over here, y'all. This plant has had children. Okay, and not just a child, I'm talking about children. It looks like she has now had 2 sets of babies. I have 2 little offsprings in here, or offshoots in this pot with this. This is such a huge accomplishment for me personally because this is the last of my alocasia. This is the last alocasia I have in my collection. So let me quickly walk you through this plant. I just, before filming this video, added this little stick here. It is not nearly enough support for this plant. She was like literally hanging down to the point where I was gonna say afraid that she was gonna snap, but not really, because look at how thick this trunk is right here. But she's been like hanging low for a while. So I need to figure out a sturdy solution for her to get some support. I would actually prefer if she were like sitting up a little bit more this way. This little stick is just not thick enough to support its weight, but that has not stopped her from spitting these babies out. For the longest time, I've had these 2 large leaves, and then this 3rd leaf came. This is probably the youngest leaf on the large mother plant. And then if you notice, I have 2 sets of children. So I have more of the teenage children, which you see here. So of the teenagers, this is the teenage plant, I'll say over here, right? This is the runt of the litter, clearly. That's the baby. That's the youngest teen. And then this one is like on his way to college. And then this one is in high school. This one is in middle school. And then I got this little set of infants here. And look at them. How adorable. And a new leaf coming in right here, if you can see it. I'm just so happy with this plant. I am so happy with this plant. I'm so happy with this because this is the only alocasia I have in my collection right now. My first was the like classic, I think it's the alocasia poly, like the African mask plant. So beautiful. I've had several of those plants throughout the years. It's not even that I couldn't take care of them, because clearly I can take care of an alocasia, but it was just that I didn't have the ideal growing conditions. And somehow this sumo has decided that it wants to be here. It wants family, it wants community, because it's created it for itself. And I'm so happy to be hosting this plant and its children. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I would love to see what it continues to grow into. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to remove the baby plants from the mother plant just yet. I think I'm going to wait and I'm going to let it get root bound or do whatever it's going to do. And when I start seeing that the health of the mother plant is starting to decline, then I'll consider separating them. But for right now, the younger plants don't seem to really be impacting the mother plant too much at all. And I don't want to separate them prematurely and then it really affects the mother plant, or like the baby plants are impacted by that because they're still being supported. Like these plants are clearly coming from somewhere. They came from the mother plant. So I kind of want to see if more offshoots are going to pop up. This is the first alocasia I've ever had this happen for. This is the first alocasia I've ever had reach like literally this height. This is massive. This is the longest I've ever had an alocasia plant in my possession. And so I'm very, very excited about that and happy that this is not a struggle plant. Like this plant is thriving. I have to rotate this plant constantly because it takes up a lot of space. I have it in the house. I thought about putting it outside this summer, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I don't want to disrupt whatever secret sauce my house is giving it right now. And I was just nervous about putting it outside and then transitioning back into the house when it cools down and like that impacting its growing. And right now it seems to be growing really well and loving the atmosphere in the house. And so I rotated a lot because it's massive. And what will happen is when it, I have it in front of a south facing window, it gets direct light. It likes that space. It doesn't dry out too much and it's continued to grow. So this is a good space for it, which kind of surprised me for an alocasia, because I thought alocasias typically like bright indirect light, because when I think about them like in their native habitat, they are usually closer to the bottom of the jungle or wherever they're growing, that they're on the ground, and other plants are covering them up, so they don't usually get direct sunlight. I could be wrong, but this has just been my thought process for why they like indirect light. But she's getting southern exposure. She's getting southern light. It's been hot and she has not burned, and she turns into the direction of the sun. Like this girl likes to sunbathe, for real, for real. I was not expecting that, but she has been doing so well in front of this window. I do not want to move her. And so when she starts to grow and like point at the window to the point where her head is basically sticking out of the blinds, I have to start rotating it. So I rotate this plant probably once a week, if not like twice a week, because she's constantly like, oh, the sun over there, that's where I'm at. Oh, the sun over here, you know, and that's how plants operate. But this one is so dramatic because when it happens, it's so dramatic because it's such a large plant. Whereas my smaller plants, I'm not necessarily noticing it, but this plant, I see it. So it's just like, oh, you really got your head sticking out the blinds, like, and you did that on your own. I'm really happy with this plant. I can't say enough about it. I haven't done anything special to it. I haven't really been fertilizing it. I just gave it some banana water the other day. It has been watered in the last like 2 or 3 days, and wiped the leaves down, like sprayed the leaves down with water. The bigger leaves are a little bit more difficult. The smaller leaves are easier for me to like saturate in water when I put it in the sink. The bigger leaves, so they hang over the sink, so I have to like put some towels down or like really just be a little bit more careful, spray it with the water bottle as opposed to putting it under the faucet because they just won't reach. I can't do it without breaking the leaves. Or I will take like a wet cloth or something and just kind of rub the leaves in between the wet cloth to wash the leaves that way. And then I sprayed it down with neem oil, and it seems to like that routine. I've been doing that for several months now. And yeah, I don't do anything special to it. It loves life right now, and it's thriving. It's loving the summertime. It's loving being in front of this south facing window. She's got a family now, and I'm really, really happy to be hosting this plant in my home because she's the sole alocasia survivor. She deserves to be here. I cannot wait to see how big this plant will get as the smaller leaves or the baby plants start to like mature. I'm curious to see how long it will take them to get to this side. Oh, it's something crawling on it. We got real-time pest management. Even with the pests, I don't know what that is, but it's about to get smashed. Oh, it's a little flying bug. Okay, it's a little flying bug. I got some little cognitively impaired flying bugs. Let me get this real quick. Okay, well, I smashed it. It fell somewhere. I don't know where it fell. It might have fallen into the soil, circle of life. I don't know what that was, but I'm just looking at other little marks on the plant. It's possible that was just a regular old bug and not a scary I eat plants type of a bug. Uh-oh, let's see. Are these bugs? We got some real live action. Oh no, it's just the markings on the plant. Okay, well that's not bad. That doesn't scare me. Funny enough, that is the second plant today that I found a little bug on. That just looked like some other little flying bug that could have come from outside. It didn't look like a fungus gnat, because I think fungus gnats are normally like red or something, right? Or maybe those are fruit flies. I don't know. It was just one of it, and it was just sitting on the leaf. So I don't see anything else, and I didn't see anything like any creepy crawlers or signs of creepy crawlers when I washed the leaves the other day. I mean, hey, if the plant's health starts to decline over the next few days, then we know that wasn't just a fruit fly or whatever I just called it. I think this is looking good though. I saw some dark marks under the leaves and I just like scratched them with my fingernail, but they're not moving. So I think they're just blemishes on the leaves themselves or just a part of the coloring. But yeah, that was the only bug I saw. So yes, that is the alocasia sumo. I am so happy with this plant. I would love to hear in the comments if you have an alocasia sumo. If you have had really good experiences with alocasias, feel free to share in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like and also subscribe to this channel for more plant content just like this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.